Remember Calgary's water main break and the outdoor watering restrictions Calgarians had to follow? The city wants to make changes to those restrictions.
And so that first objective was to support making it easier to interpret. The second was to help make it more equitable to residents and businesses. And then the third one was to also help make it clearer. Instead of having 3 separate times where you could water your lawn with sprinklers if we were in a restriction scenario, that's been simplified to one longer block of time.
In the bylaw tweaks, there are more details on things like new sod and seed and watering trees and shrubs that are less than 5 years old. Then there's the matter of growing food.
There was provision for people who were commercially growing crops, as they call it, to be able to water. But there was no provision for community gardens or people with gardens at home. So now the bylaw will be cleaned up so that if you are growing food, you are able to water those gardens.
One thing you still can't do when water restrictions are activated is wash down sidewalks, driveways, and walkways. But washing your car outside or your windows, Calgarians could do that under the new Stage 1 and 2 restrictions. The city considered a permanent seasonal watering schedule where watering is allowed on some days and not others to control how much water is used in those drier, hotter months, but ultimately decided against that for now.
I was surprised because we've seen a lot of municipalities, especially those like surrounding Calgary, go to that. I don't think it's something that's ever off the table.
There's many of us that understand that things need to change a little bit when it comes to making sure that we're mitigating issues around drought and flood. But then there's folks that are telling us, please stop telling us what to do.
The city says tackling those bigger issues will likely be a discussion in 2026, but believes these initial tweaks to outdoor watering restrictions could add more clarity and fairness in an emergency when every drop counts. Helen Pike, CBC News, Calgary.